This is esports. You think esports? This is FTC.
Welcome back, everybody, to Combo Breaker 2022 edition. It's day number 2 in the house, and we're getting started with some Granblue Fantasy versus Top 16.
Yes,
I'm extremely excited for this, all right?
Yeah.
My name is Spooky, and I'm joined by the homie Ebonic Plague. Plague, how are you feeling?
Oh man, I'm excited. You know, like we have every time Granblue has gotten to show itself offline as of recent, right? It's only been 2 other times recently at a big event. It has delivered, and we're only in top 16 right now. So I mean, like we got a lot of time left to deliver, right? And I haven't been able to watch every one of the pools because I've been playing myself. So I'm excited just to be able to see what we've whittled down to with the top 16. We've already got a lot of the strongest players that Granblue has, and I mean, we're seeing them right now. Y'all can see them right there. Zombie versus SenpaiSpyder. This is something that has happened at a couple of different tournaments, and this is actually a matchup that I think is going to be very, very important to note, actually.
I'm extremely excited, everybody. If you take a look at the bracket on start.gg, all up to the start.gg crew, you can see that in the top 32 / the top 16, some of your favorite Granblue Skyfarer heroes are in the house, okay, representing a wide variety of characters. It's going to be awesome.
Yeah. So, I mean, just to talk about this matchup in particular, so SenpaiSpyder, ZomBmu, right? Most people know the both of them to play Matera and Cagliostro. If you watch a lot of Granblue, you know that Zombie can pretty much play the board. But this matchup in particular, Matera and Cagliostro actually has one of the more important set of tools to be able to deal with Cagliostro, right? Matera does. So because of that, sometimes you hear Zombie get a little perturbed about the matchup sometimes. But because he can play the board, I do have a wonder if he's going to actually play Cagliostro, if he, might try to play, another character just to make the matchup a little bit easier, what have you, right? I think it's most likely that it'll be Cagliostro still, because, he's very comfortable and very dominant on Cagliostro, of course. But it's not impossible that there could be a bit of a counter pick.
True. This is one of the most unique matchups in the current meta. In fact, Cagliostro straight up new anyway, so it's not a matchup that could happen that often in the past anyway.
True.
Matera is not popular. But the players that do play Matera tend to play at a very high level. So you can expect that they're going to have some strengths in this particular matchup. And in fact, Matera is going to feel good about this a little bit because they're like, well, this is the character that is kind of good for me. Matera has some matchups that can be on the poor side. This one it's a lot better, I think. It's a really good match. So.
Yeah. The one real big thing that, two big things that Cagliostro obviously has in this matchup, despite us, what we're talking about, is, she has the spike, right? So Cagliostro does have an anti-zoning tool, which is going to be good versus Matera, of course. And then the other being, Cagliostro's pressure up close is actually quite strong, right? Despite the fact that you kind of think of her as like a setup slash zoning character, right? It's one of those things where Matera doesn't have a defensive option. She has to use system mechanics to defend herself, right? So because of that, Cagliostro can just run amok if she gets in, which is something that could definitely happen if she hits that spike one time, right?
Agreed. All right, let's see how it's going to play out. Once again, everybody, SenpaiSpyder versus Zombie. Huge matchup here in the winner's bracket. This is to qualify for the top 8.
Yeah, first game, and already Zombie was trying to start steamrolling at the very beginning by immediately doing spike, right? That was a good call in my opinion, because the second it hits, then Zombie would just be able to run the game plan, and that's where we're at right now. The throw does whip though, so SenpaiSpyder getting out.
Oh my god, the matches that we have coming are so amazing, everybody.
Oh wow, I just saw those. Okay, all right,
we have some super good ones coming, everybody. All right, SenpaiSpyder versus Zombie. Everything is now underway.
Yeah, unfortunately, picking the wrong option right there for the arrows, and that allowed Zombie to get back in, trying to keep the pressure going. But nice, use the Zephyr to be able to jump over.
Levitation magic. Good slide too, setting up at the long range to make it hard to punish or impossible.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure at that distance it is impossible. Obviously there are different factors and whatnot due to spacings, but caught the fuzzy math right there, got that counter hit, finishing it off. Yeah, that's one of the name of games, because like we always talk about how Granblue defense is king, right? It's super good to have strong defense, and one of the things that people do is they like to mash off fuzzy, right? They delay a little bit so that if you're doing a guard string that's true, you won't actually get a button out, but like so then you start to delay your guard string to try and catch them doing that.
There's a very high level game there between the delayed button and the delayed throw, and that type of situation is very strong. Ooh, nice throw.
Yeah, and that was one of those situations where SenpaiSpyder didn't want to press anything because the web was below him, so got it hot. Oh, Zombie did not convert off of it. That's really good for SenpaiSpyder because that gives another chance. You still got to weather the storm, but at least you have one.
Oh, that was, my goodness. The pressure beyond the web, keeping it going. Web combo. We have the SPA to finish the job.
Yeah, Skybound art on deck, and that's gonna be the first game right there for Zombie. Yeah, this is only top 16 winners, so we're still in 2 out of 3 territory right now.
So far, Zombie's looking their typical powerful self.
Yeah, Zombie is easily the hardest grinder of this game, like without question, right? So a lot of people really look to Zombie to be, you know, the victor of most events that he enters at this point, and the the level of play shows, it really does.
They're super good, to say the least. All right, SenpaiSpyder taking a moment to think about it.
Yeah, I mean,
Critical matchup here.
this is kind of the area where a lot of people who play some of those like less popular characters these days have a secondary nowadays, right? Because like SenpaiSpyder didn't really have too much of a secondary previously.
Oh,
Uno? Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, so Andre, you know, actually, I like this. Okay, so Andre, he's not a typical character in like any fighting game, in my personal opinion. A lot of people obviously know about the fact that he has a parry, like as a defensive mechanic, right? But that's kind of the only like traditional thing he has. Because if you notice, like, if you ever try to play this character and you press 5H, it is the weirdest button on the planet, right? Because it has like incredibly slow startup and it rocks him back, and then he shoots like 6 screens forward. He's like a whiff punish character, right? He's very, very good at whiff punishing.
This is another unique matchup. To say that you're not going to see this one very often, especially at this level of the game.
I think the only time I've ever seen this matchup is when I watched Wind fight Zombie, actually. Like, so, and that was a while ago. So I mean, I can't even say like if anything has been, you know, kind of figured out. Oh, but there it is. There's that parry right there. EX too. So it's off the table now. And there's that 5H. That's the one I was talking about. Real slow on startup, but yeah, you have a full screen poke. Really, really good.
Can't jump because the webs are underway. That restricts his movement quite a lot.
Yeah, that's actually one thing that Andre has really strong versus Cagliostro that a lot of characters don't, but I mean the spike is going to work versus everybody in the game. Skybound art, yeah.
Perfect conversion, Zombie again.
Yeah, I do like that SenpaiSpyder tried to use the fact that Andre is one of the only characters in the game that can change his jump arc versus the rock plus the webs being out. Because that's actually like a checkmate situation versus most characters. If Cagliostro does that to you, if you jump, you're checkmated, right? But Andre can change the jump arc and actually get out of it. Spike coming out. Oh,
okay, there we go. That's tech right there.
Oh, tried to use EX right there, but just a little bit too late, it looked like.
Mix up. Oh my goodness, we have all the gold ready to go.
Level 5 rock is a scary prospect. But it's going to get the knockdown on the EX right there, setting up the projectile. And yeah, Zombie just teleports out, right? But there it is, EX spike. So the spike is no longer available, right? That means Andre can actually do stuff from full screen, but SenpaiSpyder just unable to do much, it feels like. Spike is back too, so now you got to worry about that. Yep, there it is. Oh, the parry gets beat by the teleport. Tried to use the Rekka to get out, but Zombie was waiting for it.
That was godly. I don't know what to say. ZomBmu, everybody, making it into top 8 winners, solidifying their power.
That was like the first time SenpaiSpyder showed that he had a counter to the counter play, and then Zombie already had that like scouted on deck. It was just like, okay, yeah, I'll just spike to catch you trying to Rekka away. Like,
they probably were waiting for that the whole time. Like, okay, what's the way that Uno would try to get away in this type of situation, right? They probably had something like that on deck and ready to go. So Zombie's going to be guaranteed in the top 8. Everybody, you guys have seen it. Look forward to seeing more of their play in the winners semifinal a little bit later tonight. Now, in the meantime, as a reminder, thank you for checking out Combo Breaker 2022 edition. Make sure to check out combobreaker.org if you want to find all the brackets on StartGG, the schedule, the excellent merch that they've been lining up outside the door for, and all the goodies. In the meantime, we're going to set up for another excellent matchup. This one's going to be Shuaboo, and Shuaboo is going to be up against Teiga, Noble Teiga, baby.
Oh my goodness, yeah. So Shuaboo versus BLM, dynamic focus Teiga. I mean, okay, so this is one of the biggest West Coast versus East Coast matchups that I think we could have in this bracket, actually. Shuaboo, everybody knows him, is like one of the big up-and-comers for Granblue versus period, right? This is, I believe, the first fighting game he took seriously.
He got very strong in like the second era of Granblue, not like the season 1, like the season 2 starter around that time.
Yeah, and so his like straight up training partner like directly is Zombie, right? So a lot of people really like look at him being really strong, and once he switched off Soraz over to 6, things have been different. Like it's been very hard to deal with Shuaboo, and you know, the kind of one of the West Coast heroes. And he's very prevalent on the rushdown characters, right? He is the I never want you to have a moment to think type players, right? And so that's one of the strengths that Shuaboo brings to the table, and he overloads your mental stack, and then you're just stuck. You're screwed from just that alone. Whereas on the other side, Teiga, I gotta say, probably a polar opposite, because Teiga is easily one of the most fundamentally sound players I have ever seen play fighting games. I'm not just talking about Granblue, just period.
He's another player that is coming to this game with a Street Fighter background.
Yes.
A very strong Street Fighter background. And in this game, okay, that background helps so much tremendously. Also, he has an interesting roster of characters that he likes to play.
Yes.
There was a long time where he would play, his duo was Lancelot and Percival.
Yes.
And those characters are excellent in a wide variety of matchups. Percival is very good at playing the mid-range and the long range, while Lancelot is excellent at being an aggressive character. It's a very good duo to have.
Yeah, and I mean, that's pretty much what he's bringing to the table here. That's all he's played this weekend from what I've seen, unless he just, decided recently to play some new character. But
he might have like another pocket or something by now, but I would expect that, as you said, we're going to see a lot of those two first before he goes to that.
I think it's going to be Percival mostly. Personally, Percival is super strong in this iteration of the game. Just one of the best at controlling mid-range, period, right? One of the best at being able to keep people out with scary buttons into high possible damage, right? And 6 is obviously going to want to get in. Now, to be fair, 6 has every tool to get in, even on a character like Percival, but this is where the fundamentally sound play of Teiga comes in a lot, right? Okay, so it looks like he's hovering over Lancelot, actually, but could be a button check, because I see him. Yeah, it's a button check.
Button check, okay.
Shuaboo, I don't think would ever play Narmaya in tournament.
True.
Casuals, sure, but but point being is that for Teiga, he is incredibly strong at whiff punishing, spacing, just being patient and finding the right time to press the proper button to do so, right? So that's if somebody is normally strong in that, they usually have good management of the mental stack, and so that if that's where Shuaboo gets a lot of his strength, it might not come into play.
Shall see. We shall see. I'm very interested in this, of course. Also interested in who Teiga's going to choose for the first selection. That's a very important decision.
Yeah, I mean, well, so Teiga was hovering over Lancelot. So, I mean, it could be very likely that was like it, or, it could have been just one of those, like, I'm just trying to mess with you type things.
Yep.
The longest button check I'm alive. There's only 6 buttons.
No, it's all right. They're making sure, all right? It's an important moment. Those nerves are getting in there. To us, it seems like a long amount of time. To them, it probably seems like instant, right?
Yeah, true.
So
And I mean, this is also for top 8 winners, like we were talking about earlier. So you're totally right. This is an important moment, because the second you get to top 8 winners, you have solidified yourself into a really strong position in the bracket. Man. Yeah, I think the name of the game is character pick, and every time Shuaboo comes up, I do want to wonder, like, is Soares ever going to come back out? Like, is there going to be one of those moments where he's just like, all right, you know what, it's time, like.
That character's a very unique tool.
Yes. Yeah. Soares has armor on his unique action, and it gives you what are called Macho Man stacks, right? Well, that's the easy machismo or whatever, but. And the more stacks you have, the more defensive bonus that you get once you enter Fundoshi install, right? So the second you're in Fundoshi install, you're basically unkillable if you get enough stacks. On top of the fact that, like, he gets all these new options that are crazy good.
True. I like his general neutral. I know that he's not considered the strongest character right now, but he's a character that's very safe. There's very little that he can commit to that you can even punish in the first place. And whenever you guess wrong, his routes are so damaging. Yes. Excellent corner carry, good setup. And he also has the ability, the unique skill. It's not just about setting up the SSBA. It's also great for just countering general game plan, knocking them out of something that they thought was guaranteed, shutting them down.
Definitely agree. It's also like one of the stronger anti-airs, funny enough, despite the fact that it only has a hitbox when he flexes. But we'll try to get to that at this point. We did end up getting 6 versus Percival, it looked like. Yeah, okay.
It's a mid-range, long-range matchup. That's the style.
Yeah, so I mean, it's really on the Shuaboo to be able to actually get in through the wall, right? Because remember, when Percival hits you, there is a good chance he could dish out a ton of damage. 6 is a character known to do very little damage due to the fact that, like, his actual combos have like a berserker slash in them, and that does a lot of hits. In this game, damage scaling works on number of hits. Yes. So you just do less and less damage. Oh, but got the hit right here.
I'm sure that's a balancing factor. He's got really good mix, of course, but then the payoff without SBA is on the lower side.
Oh, absolutely. If they didn't do that to him, I think he would be, like, impossible to beat, to be quite honest with you. But an agent activated. Oh, no.
Up with the low.
That's probably going to do it, yeah.
Well, convert. That was perfect. A very nice finish, in fact.
Yeah, and that's one of those situations where it's technically an infinite for 6 if he gets into Ganaging and he does like combo into overhead and combo into overhead. That's technically an infinite, but you only have so much time in Ganaging, right? It's not an indefinite super. But oh, the meaty 5U right there. That move is +1, so you usually try to use it like on block when they're waking up so that it's more than +1. Right. But if it hits, you just get a full combo.
Also, people sometimes when 6 is at the long range, they think it's okay to move. That makes the unique really good there.
Exactly. That's definitely a good call, Speedy. Oh, the Dragon Punch to get out, yeah. And now he's got a Trauma Rise stack, so at the very least, one of these hits could actually do big damage due to that fact that the Trauma Rise stack is there. But there it is. There's the clone. Dive kick comes out. It's gonna back off the Rekka. Oh, no, Teiga thought he can hold this.
Fake out. Oh,
okay,
good
yeah.
answer.
Yeah, don't let him fake you out. Just stop him. Yeah. Good call by Shuaboo.
All right. So Shuaboo, first victory, pretty convincing, I think. 2-0 there.
I'd agree for sure. Because it felt like honestly Teiga was really unable to get started, right? Like he got a couple of hits that allowed the life totals to be a little more even, but it was like stray hits, right? Nothing ever seemed in control.
No.
Character select.
All right. So are we gonna go for the Lance? Is it time for a different Dragon Knight?
Lancelot.
Okay. It is.
Yeah, I mean, you know, sometimes if you need movement to be able to get away from 6, Lancelot is not a bad pick for that.
No,
so.
I mean, both matchups are probably acceptable for Teiga, right, as someone that's strong at both characters. But seeing how that first game went, I do like having Turbulence available here. I think this is the type of matchup where he wants to just go stupid with Turbulence and fly all over the place and see if Shuaboo can deal with it.
And, you know, Lancelot is not nearly as popular as Percival these days, right? Lancelot is dwindled down to, like, you know, be one of those lesser popular characters. Not that he's, like, not strong anymore. It's just, like, you know, there's a lot more characters, so people can now, like, express themselves with other characters, right? So Lancelot is somebody that you don't run into nearly as much as you did prior, whereas Percival you definitely run into a lot. And especially for Shuaboo, who lives in California, gets to play against Kizzy K, because Kizzy runs one of the offline locals, or at least helps with it.
He likes Percival a lot also.
Yes, exactly. And game number 2, and yeah, again, we're still in 2 out of 3 territories, so okay, just went right back to Percival, it looks like.
Okay. Interesting.
Yeah, I mean, sometimes you gotta think about it, right?
True.
Maybe the character pick wasn't the problem, you know? Oh, with the 5H, but no reaction there from Shuaboo. You know, that button is notoriously memeable about whiff punishing, but got the jump in here. Okay, ooh, counter hit.
Full convert too.
Oh, I like that. Sets up the Weapon X just to be able to make sure that, you know, Teiga doesn't feel comfortable pressing a button, but oh no, caught the hit right there.
Very clean. Time for my pressure. 4 marks available.
Yeah, Shuaboo was lucky that didn't hit the corner, because if it did, that would have been 70% of your life. Well, that's going to put you in less than 70 for sure.
Establishing the plus. We have so many fireballs to work with too.
Oh man, that was so smart to use the clone to teleport out of the corner while Teiga was down, but not gonna matter as Teiga got the far M into EX Lord Strike. Got the full conversion.
Is that the name of the move in English? Lord Strike?
Lord Strike is the dash. Lord Strike is the dash.
Oh, okay, I got you.
Yeah.
All the move names are actually in German, if I'm not mistaken, so I don't know the full translation.
Yeah, so the stab is actually a German name, but Lord Strike is the one English like portion of the moves. Yeah. It's really funny.
I want to know the translations of the move list one day because they all sound very cool in German, that's for sure.
Oh,
huge crash!
Wow, but Shuaboo was ready for it. Went immediately to the lights. Teiga, however, unfortunately trying to do the rest of the auto combo just a bit slower. He's got the Ganaging knockdown right here. Deep keys to be able to get away from the overhead. He's got the hit. And this should run out that SBA right here.
Again, just busting out. It's working.
Ooh, 2 L's, yeah, and you run up throw. And this is where 6 is at the strongest, right? You have to start guessing correctly here. It may look like all mids, but this is definitely
heavy pressure. Yeah. This can happen when you kind of get out. It's close. If you had the SBA, it'll be over.
Oh, tried to throw tech right there, and Shuaboo was able to punish the throw tech right there. Unfortunate, just the spacing.
M started. Okay, we have the marks to work with for this round.
Yeah, had 4 Trauma Rise stacks from that one medium. Oh, 5H8 is here? No! You got close H 5H8? That's crazy to me. The fact that Shuaboo tried it was insane.
Aggressive time to keep the corner as well. Oh, this is getting extra scary. SBA definitely is gonna choke.
Oh my goodness. Yep, just gotta do a knockdown 5H. SBA didn't even need need it right there, even with the decreased damage of 6. Great routing right there from Shuaboo, and a really strong match, honestly. Teiga was only able to get the 1 round. And
no, truly. Teiga did not get to start a lot of his mid-range that he likes to go for. Didn't really get to salvage the command grab, any other goodies. And Shuaboo, excellent pressure.
It is so hard to be able to do anything mid-range versus 6. That character just has every tool possible to be able to just make it so that he's in.
He's very good at getting in against fireball characters. The EX wall dive, being a projectile invincible, that's a huge deal. It's got really good frame data on block. It's excellent on hit. Everything about it allows him to open up fireball characters like Percival extremely well.
Yeah, and I mean, especially when your best zoning normals for Percival are ones that are semi-slow, right? So now 6 has a lot more time to be able to just like, oh, I can just wall dive this on reaction type stuff. So.
Yeah, very strong. So congratulations, Shuaboo, for making it to top 8 on the winner's side. We'll see more of them later on tonight. Now, in the meantime, we're going to have another excellent matchup. Okay, this is one of the big ones, all right? Break out your skulls, break out your side bets, whatever you got. This is the big one, all right? We got Flowerman. And Flowerman is up against Diaphone. Huge match.
Yeah, so it's most likely going to be Fairy versus Zoe. Now, Diaphone has obviously been able to pick any other character. There was, however, a lull of Diaphone playing this game for quite some time, right? It was going real hard in a lot of other games at the time, and had put it on the back burner, but like even before the EVO announcement, just kind of started playing Granblue again, and has just immediately just been the usual self, right? Like when we thought, oh, you know, it'd be hard for Diaphone at CEO because it was, you know, it was recent and he had only just started playing again. It was not. Diaphone made top 8 at that, right? Like, and Diaphone has consistently been able to get that close. However, Flowerman has never been a slouch in this game whatsoever.
These two players, in my opinion, have some of the strongest mind game in the game right now. So there's going to be a lot of outguessing each other, baits, which mix should I go for in this moment? And I would expect to see a very, very high level match between the two of them.
Yeah, and you know, I mean, I'm very proud to talk about too that these two are BB Tag originals, right? Yeah. And they're coming straight to Granblue, and they've been killing it ever since they started here. So
I'm so excited, everybody. I hope you guys are too. All right, now's the time. Don't take your eyes off the screen because you're gonna miss out on an amazing matchup. Once again, you got Flowerman on the player 1. They will be up against Diaphone. He is on the player 2.
Yeah, and I mean, this entire time, it's really funny. We've been talking about a lot of characters being like not played nearly as much as they used to, right? Like you have to remember, Spooky, in Season 1, all the fairy players that people used to run into, and they're few and far between.
Fairy was extremely popular. She's nowhere near as popular anymore. I still think she's very strong, though. I said something like this before. I think that the old Fairy was a little bit on the overtuned side.
Yes,
I think that
absolutely.
the current Fairy is...
Everybody agrees with that. Yeah, for sure. No,
this Fairy's fair. She's really good, but you know she has a couple weaknesses here or there.
Yeah, and I mean that's really important too with the character of that archetype, right? And then on the other side, Zoe too. Just to be honest, when Zoe first came out, obviously everybody always tries a character the second they come out, but Zoe was not a character that people stuck with. Diaphone immediately mained Zoe from the jump, and is still maining Zoe, and still one of the few Zoe players that are like around, right?
I consider both these characters to be very powerful in this version still. Even Fairy, who some people are down on.
But it's funny too, because like Fairy, her one defensive option other than the system mechanics is she does have a Dragon Punch for sure. But this is a set play character, Zoe, right? She is the set play character. Oh, it's a button check. Okay. She is the set play character, right? You know, she has lightning that she can call down. You know, she has the dragon, which is going to be able to set 2 different types of lasers, etc., right? And so she is really good at being able to pressure you outside of your Dragon Punch range, which means, you know, you may have a defensive option to normally get out of stuff, but that doesn't matter to her.
It will be more effective during like scramble situations than it will be just, hey, let me go for the wake up uppercut. That one won't work too often.
No, yeah, it's definitely going to be not nearly as viable for sure. But coming into it, we finally have our first game ready after the button checks. So again, Flowerman, Diaphone, this is the top 8 winner qualifier right here.
Humongous matchup. It's going to affect the losers bracket epically as well. Whoever goes down to losers is going to do some big damage there.
Yeah, and you know, Zoe's not like super high on movement options too. So getting around a lot of fairy stuff can be quite difficult if you're not knowing what to look for.
Yeah, so she has the move, what the heck is the name of it? Air Raid? Is that the name of it? It's the uppercut move where she flies at you. She's got the medium version that's
her quote-unquote Dragon Punch.
Yeah, so that move, it uniquely against Fairy, it's really good on whip button. So let's say that you know she's going to go for like the two unique or the 2M or something like that. You can try to go over it and get your plus frames to get in there, that type of thing. So I think that he is pretty good with using that move in that type of scenario too. So I think that you'll see some of that, especially when he's got Flowerman thinking about what the Wyvern will do next. That's the moment that he's going to try to get in that way.
Yeah, no, actually, I think that's a beautiful call out because you know, while the EX is not truly invisible on startup, for that, it's a great tool because the slow buttons from full screen is going to get caught out by it, just like you're talking about. So that, I mean, you know, we'll probably have to see it here. It is also plus on block, right? So there it is. You're exactly what you're talking about.
I think that move is very important in this particular matchup, and you'll probably see Diaphone go to it a lot until Flowerman shows that he has some type of counter for it.
2M. Yeah. Yeah. Tried to use the jumping unique just to be able to get out of the corner right there, but unfortunately, Diaphone ready for it. Does block the overhead, but not teching on the throw. Okay, plus frames here.
Solid mix-up series so far from Diaphone, using all the bars just to keep the corner. Early break from Flowerman, but it's not enough thanks to the 2M.
Yeah, I mean, it actually expended literally every one of his resources at that point. Had nothing off of cooldown anymore. Just was able to get the one combo tool, and that was going to finish it off. I mean, Diaphone, you know, it may make it so that you're using all your EXs, but it's damn worth it if Fairy can't get away.
Free block string from this. Close to the dodge to keep it going. Oh, we're getting corner carry like crazy.
Yeah, really good. Oh, it'll DP it. Okay, so that's where it's going to come in. You were talking about the scramble for Dippo, right? And there it is.
The block, we see those. Oh, I see you getting extra tricky during the minus frames. Diaphone with the hit off the low. Very committal there.
What a great 2M right there from Flowerman. Was able to stop the charge and then...
Good placement on the GG.
Okay. Setting up the ball. Here we go. Yeah, the ball doesn't care about the laser beams. It is too powerful for that. But there's the instant overhead.
Takes time.
Oh, tried it again.
Oh, good match. Diaphone. Hard knockdown. It's a mix. Where are we going? Okay. Oh, the upper.
Yeah, definitely not a wake-up upper again, just like you were talking about when we started this.
Yeah, those won't work. Those won't work. The way that Flowerman is using it is the right way to use it, I think.
I like that Diaphone is trying to charge in the middle, right? Because like you're not going to easily get in on Fairy right now, so you may as well try to get your Wyvern back. Okay, setting up again. That's the second SBA this game.
That's a Flowerman trademark, the double SBA in one round. Happens very often.
It's just so rare to see any other character get 2 SBAs in a single round.
I swear I see that Flowerman do that like every match or something.
Oh, got the call out right there. GG's out. Got the low. Was expecting overhead maybe and tried to stand up for it. Flowerman coming back in rounds. One apiece now.
They could have tried to dodge too. You know, that's a popular escape when you think the overhead is coming.
Absolutely, yeah, and it does lose to lows. So.
Work in the corner. Oh yes, excellent placement.
Yeah, look at the damage on that. Did not have to spend an SBA, just hit the combo limit. Huge damage there.
Yeah, the V Wyvern, that's one of the best starters that she has, by far.
Okay, using that EX. And,
got the roll overhead.
Wow, Flowerman was doing such a good job of reacting to it actually being an overhead rather than it being like a throw tech situation. And finally, you know, sticking to the guns was Diaphone and actually made it happen. And normally most people would be demoralized from trying to take that option if the opponent just continually blocks it, but no, not the case.
You got to make them think about it. That's just how it is. Anything to add to the mental stack, especially Flowerman as a Fairy player, right? The more that you can break down their defense, even if it's the same option over and over, they've always got to be thinking about the overhead. Pretty annoying.
And a lot of people get super frustrated too when somebody is like, oh, you know, I've called out that option every single time. Why would you keep doing it? You know, so frustrating your opponent is a huge part of the game plan for sure.
Another excellent matchup so far, everybody. We'll see how Flowerman will adjust in game number 2. Certainly taking their time as they should.
It's really important. You definitely need to be able to get your nerve down if you're having trouble with that. And there it is, the EX. Or excuse me, that was the medium version.
That was the medium version, really good.
Okay, there's the EX. But yeah, not a hitbox behind it. So it might have like a little hitbox behind it, but it's probably not enough to be able to stop somebody running under it. Keeping that pressure just nice and short right there. Doesn't want to exude themselves into that EXDP like was happening earlier. Okay.
Oh, plus all the time. It's never your turn. Got to fight out of it. Still not your turn.
That's big damage. Okay, gonna opt to charge the Wyvern. Really smart. Ooh, just barely out of range of the far medium.
Oh, it's gonna reach.
It won't animate though. That's the big deal for Diaphone, because that gives Diaphone another chance at life at the very least. 5-8. Oh, that was spot dodge, but it's too far away for it to hit, right? Yeah, that's what I thought. It's an easy punish.
They might have been looking for the startup of something else. They just saw startup and went for it.
If Fairy went to the pull-in for the whip, that definitely would have got called out for that. And Diaphone has been actually very good about hitting people with that. You know, if your guard strings start to get predictable and he has SSBA, you should really pay attention.
Well, Flowerman didn't fall for it that time. Very good defensive throw to take the corner.
Ooh, wow, Wyvern to get out rather than trying to jump or press a button. Very interesting.
Seemed like Flowerman was looking for the aerial spinning slash again there, something like that.
Yeah, and I mean that previously that was a really strong call out for Flowerman. So Diaphone's probably trying to pick and choose spots a lot better. Was trying to fake the throw on that one for sure. Ooh, got that close.
Beach block string.
Okay, here we go. Time to block. Oh, right into the fireball. No, one of the rare times where it was just unfortunately timed and didn't actually connect, but wow.
I would say that was lucky for Diaphone, but this corner is looking dangerous. Now we have the potential finish from Flowerman.
A lot stronger than that. You can see the, just all of the alleviation for Flowerman in the face right there.
Woo, I did it. Still in the game, baby.
Yeah, I mean, looking incredible, honestly.
Once again, everybody, as a reminder, this is still 2 out of 3. So 1 game remains between the 2 of them. This is to get out top 8 winner's side.
Yeah, and that's crazy because this could be like a winner's finals or a grand finals, right? Like it's just, jeez, the competition is fierce.
I'm pretty sure that this was a finals at NLBC Online.
Oh, it's been a finals multiple times, for sure. Not just NLBC Online, but definitely on NLBC Online, for sure. Okay, oh, there it is.
Clean.
And that was what you were talking about earlier, Spooky, was specifically that you have to do anything to add to the mental stack. You know, don't be demoralized that your opponent is blocking the same thing over and over again. If they're not doing something that punishes you for it, it might still be a great option.
Oh, 2 U's, baby. Breaking up all the Wyvern tricks.
No, well, not going to matter. SBA on deck. Should finish it off easy money. Gamare!
Why did you say do your best when she's shooting you with a laser? It's like, do your best!
She says gamma ray, not gambare.
There you go, that makes way more sense. Gamma ray!
Yeah. That'd be sick though if she was just like, defend! Survive this. Oh, nice. Yeah, use it as an anti-air and almost got a full combo thanks to Learn right there. Oh, Beppo helping out, yeah. Okay, was able to jump over Learn. Yeah, because of jumping over Learn, that's going to get in. But wow, the Air Thunder connected at the very last angle.
SP on deck. They tried to get through it with the spinning slash, but it didn't work. Oh my god, Flowerman looking very strong this round now. Diaphone still has the SP on deck.
EX Thunder just get the knockdown. There's the Beppo on the jump, and that is air unblockable.
Final round, everybody.
A set point for both players right now. This is to determine the top 8 winner's side. Tense. Yeah, you can see the Diaphone's like really trying to make sure that they don't move in at the wrong time. Nope. Oh, got the air hit.
Got the convert.
Oh, you didn't get the combo. Oh my goodness, that was sick. Right into the 2U. But the problem is that Thunder was actually off screen.
It was too close. Oh, the EX spinning slash worked. That's crazy. Oh, Beppo. Wow. Sick him.
Sick of Beppo. Okay, here it is.
SPA time. This is looking like a 2 SPA Flowerman around. Diaphone needs to be careful.
Yeah, I'm just going to wait out the SPA. I think this is really smart. You know, like you're going to give it screen positioning, so Flowerman will take that, right? But you have the Wyvern, yes.
Oh, the convert again, spinning slash into the knockdown. Diaphone looking strong. Beppo again. Flowerman.
Yeah, you can tell Flowerman does not want to block for too long at this point, especially with SBA on deck. If one errant hit, it goes for Diaphone. SBA is going to be on lock.
Flowerman is so close to SBA number 2. He got it!
Oh, there it is. Do you set it up is the question? Yeah, yes, I had to make sure that it was at a time that Diaphone wouldn't be able to punish with SBA, right? Okay, double Beppo. Oh, got the hit right there. That's going to be big damage, but I don't know if it'll kill. Yeah. Oh, one more hit could do it, and you might be outside of chip cuts. I'm not entirely sure. It's hard to tell. Oh, there's the 2-0 right there. And Flowerman deservedly popping off as they make top 8 winner side.
Woo, that was so sick. Diaphone at the end was looking for some type of reversal or uppercut, and Flowerman with a little bit of a delay into the check to finish the job and get the victory. A hard-fought battle.
Yeah, and I mean, if Flowerman had showed Beppo multiple times, right? So at that point, Diaphone has nothing but to think about, oh, this is going to happen because you've done it almost every single time at this point.
True.
And that's when Flowerman knew that, okay, as long as I don't do it, they'll look for it because that's all I've ever been doing.
Yeah, that's crazy. You know, Diaphone was following a popular high-level FGC lesson.
Yes.
Which is that the lower health the opponent has, the more likely they are to uppercut.
Yes.
You can verify it. Just go look at some old matches. It's the truth, okay? And Flowerman played around that splendidly.
Yeah, no, incredible matchup. Honestly, that was, goddamn. And we got more to go. We got more to go. There are still more top 8 qualifiers here in a little bit.
The next
this one is
so
the last one for top 8 winners.
The next one is, if you thought the one we just saw was amazing, this one is also a god tier match, all right? You have Kain. They're such a beast. I'm so happy to see them in person and see what they can do. And they're up against Buscar Luz, the low-wing god of NA, baby. It's going to be an amazing matchup.
Yeah, so this is the low-wing god of North America, just like Spooky was talking about. And, well, you're hard-pressed to find a lot of tournaments that Buscar Luz does not go far in, right? Like, the last time I think Buscar Luz did not make it far was CEO. And that was like what people consider to be an upset anyway, right? So it's always going to be a hard-fought battle, but look, don't get me wrong, Kain right here. You have to make sure you're paying attention to Kain here for this top 8 winners match as well.
I'm telling you that if you don't believe me about how sick Kain is, this match is going to teach you. No,
we're all about to find out if we don't know for sure.
Kain is sick.
Gosh. Okay, so do remember as well, this is the last winners qualifying match for top 8 at this moment, and I do want to double check. So we have ZomBmu. We just got Flowerman.
Yes.
And then we also have Shuaboo, right?
Congrats, Shuaboo. Those are the 3 so far. This will be that last spot, as you said.
Okay.
I'm so excited,
this determines who fights Shuaboo in top 8, I believe.
Understood.
Okay. And then so that means it's going to be Flowerman versus Zombie? No!
That's crazy.
Oh my god, I cannot wait for that one. No, I'm super excited for that one. But we gotta get there one step at a time. You know, we still got a lot of top 8 losers qualifiers as well as the top 8 winners. And we already have one of the losers qualifiers brought up. We have a Neokarsh versus Chunko. Right, so Neokarsh is one of the few surviving Catalina players.
True.
And easily one of the best that has ever played the character.
They only play Catalina, by the way, as far as I can tell. They don't touch anything else. Oh, tricks.
What?
Okay, they
He didn't play Gita this weekend?
Interesting.
Okay, so no, but I want to call something out about that, because like that's crazy to me, because Neokarsh is the only person who has put Zombie into losers since offline has started happening, and that was with Catalina. Like, that was insane. Oh,
understood.
Okay, so I had it unfortunately incorrect. Neokarsh versus Chunko is actually a top 12 qualifying match.
Got you.
Yeah.
The loser of that one will have to face off against SenpaiSpyder.
Okay, yeah. Well, like I said, we got to take it one step at a time. Kain versus Buscar Luz, Searchlight. Coming up. Now, one of the things that is always very, very important is knowledge checks about Loain. Loain is knowledge check the character, right? If you don't know how to deal with Human Pure Attack or Yggdrasil, you might just lose easily. Honestly, it sounds bad, but that's just how it is. You need to know how to deal with those the SB and the SSB.
True, and that's only like the layer 1, I think, of dealing with low-end. When you're talking about Buscar, okay, Buscar has an excellent neutral. His neutral is awesome source, is super good, just like you saw there, making it hard to punish with the B version. And he's also very good with food items. And he has we talk about this with Faust players having like item luck, right?
Absolutely.
Buscar Luz has very good item luck, especially in the clutch. That really matters.
Well, currently stuck in the blender right now as Percival was able to get the EX, but mashed out on the perfect timing right there. Kain was unfortunately poised to get back. Okay, Guard Crush with the EX Lord Strike.
Good low, and got a smoke convert.
Yeah, that was really good to convert directly into sweep because it forces hard knockdown, right? Tommy does not give you the hard knockdown.
No.
The sweep has to.
No, he was looking to keep the corner.
Well, he's definitely got the corner right now. Oh, I'm surprised that he didn't go for the unblockable right there, but it was probably because of that right there, the EXEP.
Percival has some real escapes with some of the mix-ups. Also, his buns are very good at hitting the Sammy and the Tommy on the way out, too.
Yeah. Okay, EX Austin's lost the knockdown. Gonna set up Catalina bot. Okay, Tommy coming in. Yeah, rocks it. Sammy and Tommy here. No unblockable again. I have to be looking for uppercut at this point. That's the only thing I can think of. But Yggdrasil on deck. Okay, how do you deal with it? This is the first knowledge check of the matchup. I love it, because if you try to stay as close as possible to Loain, it's going to be punishable once Yggdrasil is, oh, but got caught by the rocks!
Clutch. He was going to go for double pillars, push, to keep him out of range.
Yeah, I mean, I think it was honestly a sound idea by Kain, but Buscar Luz has been in that situation before where somebody actually knows how to deal with it. So it's just like, okay, you know, keep jumping. I promise it'll be okay. Oh, wait,
he uses the super very well, okay? It's not just a mini game of mastery unblockable. He's watching for what you're doing, and he's counteracting. Kain escaping the corner.
Oh, nice patience right there from Buscar Luz, because that actually got Kain right back into the corner. Kain had found a way to get out, and then Buscar Luz was kind of being patient and just got back in there. There's the counter hit, no conversion though.
Into the convert this time. EX for the finish, and Buscar Luz. A very clean game #1 over Kain.
Yeah, that was an Omega delayed block string right there. So that ended up catching maybe throw attack, maybe buttons. We'll never know. We just know it counter hit.
8-2.
Yeah, ooh, tried to awesome sauce right there. Was probably expecting that to be Traumarai. Yeah, Traumarai to get stacks, right? And if it was, awesome sauce would have hit.
Oh, got a range?
Yeah. Looked like to be ready for it because I had like preemptively spot dodge too. But here you go, Tommy in the air. Oh, knockdown.
Into the escape, all right. Kain using the plus well. Buscar escaping with the neutral jump. Now we have again the corner. It's a full convert. Time for some mix. Here comes Sami.
Oh, Jumpy, you try to hit him with 30 overheads. Oh, with the 5H, no full conversion though. Is at the very least going to get the corner though, so that's really good. I think was waiting to press a button just in case it was SBA or SSBA on wake up, which is, you know, a common tactic for sure.
Good escape.
Oh, was probably looking for the runs. Oh, plus on whip. Okay, here it is, your pyramid attack. So stand block as much as possible and react to each option with spot dodge, right? Oh, right there, got caught out. Yeah, it's hard because like you don't know if he's actually going to low to the low, which you do need to react to, right? So if you think, oh, I gotta keep spot dodging over and over again, well then you know you hit the medium button while in HBA and it catches you trying to spot dodge over and over again.
Yeah, true.
So that's why you have the reaction spot dodge. You can't just mash it.
I know you can punish it and all that stuff, but really, if you do light and light over and over, it's really hard for a person to take it out of it. You can't really do much about it.
Well, it's basically like if you're doing light over and over again, the person's gonna start wanting to just not reaction spot dodge and instead just mash spot dodge, right? Because that'll get you out of that until Human Pyramid is gone. But that's what Buscar Luz was preying upon. Was like, okay, if I just keep doing this over and over again, you're not even gonna try to react. No, you're just gonna keep doing this.
Man, Buscar's pressure is looking exceptional as usual.
Running up with the 5Ls too, yeah. That's always one of the scariest things. Is not when somebody meets you with a big heavy button, but meets you with a 5L, because they have so many options available.
Ooh, nice spot dodge!
Okay, EX Awesome Sauce, Catalina bot, HPA is up, so that means this actually has to be blocked. You don't have a choice, which means you're gonna get chipped out. Yeah, there's just no way out, basically. That was one of those checkmate situations. You would have had to have perfectly defended each singular hit. There's no other way.
Buscar Luz with a commanding finish. Surprising even me, okay? That's how BC that was. And that means that Buscar is going to make it to the top 8 on the winner's side as well. Look forward to more of their amazing low-lane play. It's nowhere near over for Kain, all right? We're going to see more Kain on the loser side of the bracket. Look forward to it. Now, everybody, don't go too far, okay, because we have some more excellent top 8 matches coming soon. I'll tell you a couple of the ones we got coming up. We got, top 12 losers. Neokarsh versus Chunko coming very soon. Excellent matchup. And we also have Jukem. Let's go Jukem up against Teiga. That's also coming from the loser side very shortly. Once again, everybody, my name is Spooky. I'm here with the Ebonic Plague. Don't go too far, everybody. We're going to go on a short break, and when we come back, we're going to have even more amazing matches. What's up, everybody? My name is Spooky, and I'm joined by the homie Ebonic Plague. All right, and we're returning for the top 16 Granblue Fantasy Versus. There's been exceptional matchups so far on the winner's side, but now we're going to the losers bracket, okay, where dreams are going to be crushed by other Skyfarers. All right.
Yeah, no, I mean at this point, where this is your final chance, right? You're in the losers bracket. This is it. You got to make it happen right here, right now. And this upcoming match is not going to be for top 8. It's going to be for top 12. They will have to win one more match after this just to be able to make that top 8. But, I mean, yes, exactly. Crushing dreams, right? You don't want that to happen right now. And it's going to be Neokarsh versus Chunko. And so Neokarsh has, been known as the Catalina player. But, we were told by production that there was some G to play at one point that I guess I missed while I was playing my own pools because I was surprised to hear it. It has locked in Catalina, but that could be a button check, right?
Word.
For all I know.
So I'm sure that Neokarsh has the homie Gandito probably cheering really loud at home for him and seeing what he's about. The two of them were big training partners for a very long time in this game. Gandito also widely considered one of the best Zeta players in all of NA. Super good. Unfortunately, they couldn't attend this one, although I look forward to their presence perhaps at CEO coming very soon.
Yeah, hopefully for sure. Definitely at Evo, right? which this game will be popping for sure. Oh my goodness. But, you know, we got to get there. We got to get there after these events here, right? So again, top 12 losers is what this is for. One more win after this, and they will make top 8, whomever it may be. So we're going to have Catalina versus 6. Yeah, I mean, honestly, Neokarsh is just the strongest Catalina that we have. Like, this is, I don't think there's anybody that can refute that evidence, right? True. And because of that, like, regardless of, you know, Catalina's current strength in the metagame, which is, you know, she's not good, I think picking this character over a better character for a matchup to make it to somewhere of this high caliber is very important.
I like this pick. I think that Neokarsh can basically taskmaster this matchup and just try to win the damage race.
Well, oh, even tried. Recognize that the Rekka was actually going to go into the backdash and tried to punish, right? But it's so hard to do that. A lot of characters can't even do it at all, right? So Catalina is definitely a character that can do it, but yeah. Oh,
that might be an OS actually. If they go back, the M's going to be the M, the farm. But then if they stay close and they go for your red, it's going to be a close shot.
Yeah,
I wonder if that's just a built-in option.
Fuzzy mash is what a lot of people be doing in this game. So. But there's that EX thrust right there. Gonna finish the first round off. Neokarsh seemed very in control of that. You know, like, obviously we saw Chunko put in block strings, but it's exactly what you were talking about a second ago, where the Neokarsh was able to get out by just picking the right options in terms of, you know, selecting them.
Oh, forced the trade on Wake Up, but it's still not enough.
Yeah.
Chunko tried to keep the corner. Neokarsh got out of there.
Yeah, Chunko wanted to go for the counter hit confirm, it looks like, because he even tried the medium version of Rekka, but hey, he's going to be able to get a hard knockdown here, try to get safe jump, but did not get the run forward before actually jumping, so it didn't have the momentum to safe jump. Okay, well, oh gosh, they're walking themselves to the corner.
They definitely should have changed their mind. That's good there. Chunko, very nicely setting up the Weapon X.
Yeah, I think the biggest part of this for Chunko, though, is that they're walking themselves to the corner very often, right? So.
I think that's more of like the wall of Neokarsh, if anything.
I mean, fair enough, fair enough.
Neokarsh is really keeping some big preemptive buttons out there. That's dangerous to approach. Now we're in Chunko, using the plus well, got the late break.
There's another set of plus frames right there. Oh, the parry, reading that Neokarsh would want to take the turn back right there with the 2M. Super good.
Of course you want away from this corner. Of course you want out.
Well, I mean, it's either that or jump, right? And if Neokarsh tries to jump, it most likely would recover in time. Throw here in the corner now. Gonna go for the fake, meaty right there.
Off the counter hit. Excellent damage. Woo! Still going.
Yeah, full knockdown combo limit on that one. Had missed the jump U, so it wasn't a true block string there. Ooh, tried
to anti-air that.
I like that. Tried to use the close 5H as the anti-air, because that does hit vertically high.
Force the trade. Wow, Neokarsh. It's getting close to chip territory. Chunko cashing out.
Yeah, I mean, I guess this way, if Chunko was able to keep the guard strings like proper and not get DP'd out, because there is no more chip guts, right? Like, yeah, and that's why Chunko jumped away. Then you would get another SBA back. It is possible, but there it is. Nice. Yeah, if you're not backdashing, you're gonna die there.
Next an uppercut, and Neokarsh is gonna finish the job. Ooh, 1-0 so far.
And Chunko does not look phased. He's like, okay, yeah, you know, sometimes these things happen. Yeah.
But that was pretty good. Now watch what I can do.
No, yeah, I mean, that's really important mindset to have when you're coming into this, right? Like, you can't get demoralized right now because you've only got the one chance.
At this level of the game, to underestimate your opponent will be foolish. If anything, you should expect that they're going to be bringing their A game at all times.
Yeah, no, Neokarsh definitely bringing it so far. Oh, the delay right there on the frame track, super good from Chunko. Yeah, and this is where Chunko is like clearly changing the ideas, right? Like, this is different offense than from before, and that's catching Neokarsh.
It's very compressed offense right now. They're very aggressive. Don't let them play the game. Good uppercut. Neo gets out. It's not enough. Nowhere near enough.
Wake up buttons right there from Chunko. Good call out on the run forward. Because remember, in this game, when you run, you can't immediately block. You have to do spot. You have to cancel into a button or spot dodge or crossover, right? So because of those factors, you are going to run into an attack in some shape or form, if you have not already meted, of course.
Right.
Oh, another good punish too.
Oh, we're out of there. Neokarsh, ball conversion, EX fireball, double upper, we got it again. Wow, every time, huh?
As long as Neokarsh is in the corner. Ooh, got the counter hit, but didn't believe in it. Did not be able to react. And that's going to allow Chunko to get out. Got the hit full conversion here as well. Goes for the +1. And then that looks like Neokarsh trying to jump out because they were crouching. So it could have been super jump. Whatever the case may be, taking a lot of damage. You know, there's a chance that this couldn't kill. It's going to kill, but there's a chance because of the high, amount of hits.
There is a lot of hits in the combo.
Yeah. Oh, it didn't.
Oh, it didn't kill. Crazy. You called it. We're still living. Now the parry didn't work.
That spot. Yeah, so the thing is the
so
dive
hard.
has so little recovery, right? That Neokarsh couldn't press a button very, like, was not confident in being able to press a button there.
It's a lot like when you dodge the belly out. You know, belly out when he does the EX dive or whatever. It's kind of a similar situation. Sometimes you dodge that move and it's very hard to do anything about it.
Absolutely. Oh.
Game 3, excellent set from Chunko there in the second one.
Yeah,
really turned their aggression up.
The second half of these matches have been just like awesome. The second half of the winners matches too were just, I mean, you know, so far
everything's been amazing so far that I've seen in the top 16.
Yeah, Flowerman versus Diaphone definitely takes the cake for me personally right now. But
that was the God match.
But great jump right there, neutral jump, just
right,
recognized it. Yeah.
Who uses that button?
I mean, you know, if you got to catch somebody on either side and you don't know what side they're going to be on, it's perfect,
That
right?
was tight.
Okay. Ooh, clash right there.
Clash.
Spot dodge is opted for Neokarsh. It can be very scary to spot dodge on a clash because if the opponent like waits, you know, they can catch it, counter hit you. Oh, cut the counter hit. Oh no!
He tried to get the convert and missed it.
Okay, gonna go into SSBA to try and, you know, get rid of a bit of this life deficit. Obviously, it's still gonna be pretty big, but you know, it's better than what was happening before.
True, momentum.
You know, get the mix up afterwards.
Oh, it's really on our side now. Chunko, full convert, 2 EX so far.
Yep, here we go. Here's the meanie with the clone right there. But the butt mash out, yeah. So it looked like Chunko went to universal overhead, which the 5L is much faster. Yeah, I mean, even if you're +1, universal overhead is still slow.
It's also not airborne until a particular frame. I don't know how long for 6 is, but around frame 10 is when he's finally airborne. Something like that.
Okay, just back dashes out. Yep, and Neokarsh trying to check the dash just in case, because, you know, if that does hit, you get a full conversion, so. Oh,
he could have done EX maybe. That was close to the corner.
You know, I think if keeping the EX actually makes a lot of sense because you're so close to the corner that you want to make sure that you get that wall combo once you're actually in it, for sure. But
interesting pick there. Regular uppercut this time too. Keeping it basic. We have the corner, we have the damage potential, and we have the SBA. Empty low, full convert. It's gonna be SBA route.
Into SBA, yeah, just like you were talking about. Now it is heavily scaled, so I think he's alive, personally.
He should be alive. Dioki after this is very dangerous for 6. Oh, we bet it on the counter. We bet it on the counter and it worked. Chunko.
Oh my God! Spot dodge got caught right into SSBA, and we saw this just a minute ago. This could actually be a comeback factor. Now, one of the problems for Chunko has been that he's been so afraid of Dragon Punch that it's been really hard for him to actually keep offense going. And that right there was one such a situation. Neokarsh probably wanted Dragon Punch on the wake up, but because of the crossover, it changed the input. And I mean, hey, as long as it hits, right?
Doesn't matter. Neokarsh gets out of there. Ooh, Chunko was looking very good. All right, everybody. But in the end, Chunko is going to end up tied for 13th, if I have it right.
I think so. Yeah, I think that's correct. Because it's right before top 12, right? The winner that gets top 12. So that makes sense. Yeah, for sure.
Okay.
So yeah, Chunko, one of the biggest events for Granblue Fantasy versus in a hot minute. You know, is going to walk away with 13th. That's really strong. You know, can't wait. You know, obviously you still have CEO, you still have Evo, right? Like, come back, kill it.
Use that practice. You know, take advantage. Think about what you lost to, and come back the next time stronger. All right, Chunko, good job. Everybody, we have more excellent matches coming up. You just saw Neokarsh versus Chunko. Now coming up, we have Jukem representing Team Cascoon up against BLM, DF, Teiga. Shout out to the Dynamic Focus crew, of course.
Yes, yeah, and we saw Teiga a little bit ago. Teiga ended up having to play Shuaboo to try and make top 8's winner side. Was unfortunately taken down here to the losers. But this is, you know, the chance to maybe make that top 8 loser side at the very least. I believe this has to be a qualifier match for top 8 loser side, right? If that's the case. We'll get the double check.
That makes sense because he came from winner semis.
Exactly,
right? So he
exactly.
should be, excuse me, he came from the top 16 qualifiers, so he should be on the top 12 lower side.
That's what I would assume. But you know, I don't want to. I'll wait for the for sure.
You got it right. Okay, so Jukem defeated Zach in the box, by the way, to get to this point.
Wow.
Yeah, so Zach in the box out of there. That means that they will also tie for 13th place.
Zach in the box, a really strong Belio player.
Yes.
Like, very, very strong Belio player.
They were doing very well earlier today.
Yeah, they unfortunately knocked my homie out of the tournament. Very sad. Oh, no, actually, that was put my homie into losers. That's what it was. Sorry. That was when winners were still happening. But yeah, we'll get to that point later. But yeah, so Jukem, Teiga. Again, we saw Teiga a little bit earlier. And we saw both the Percival and the Lancelot as we all expect, right? I don't think there's going to be any changes throughout the entire tournament. Even like I'm not even expecting one of those like all right, this is the pocket pick, because you were mentioning it earlier, Spooky, where the matchup spread between Lancelot and Percival is very strong, right? So it's not, you don't really need a tertiary character.
No,
You're
that's
good.
it's feel like that's like an only if you want to kind of situation if you have that type of duo, I think.
Okay, yeah.
See though in the end, all right. I mean, I'm excited for this one. I have not seen the two of these players play against each other very often, so I have no idea of the dynamics of the matchup or their style and how they're going to play it out. So this is going to be all new to me.
That's a true test of like these majors, right? Is you know, you may beat up on all your homies or your locals or whatever, but when it's time for the big stage, even if someone is perceived as a worse player than you know, you still have to know what they're doing. You still have to know how to handle them, kind of thing.
It's not the same as someone that you played before, you know, playing fun in exhibitions or playing in a small tournament or playing in a casual set. You know, this is someone that you never faced off against before that's good just like you are. And that means that the dynamics of the matchups get very different because you haven't trained each other yet.
And the classic too that happens with one of these things too is like, oh yeah, my training partner plays this character, so you know I should be godlike at this matchup, right?
But
and then you run into somebody who plays that character and it's like it's completely different, and you lose to them and you're just like, oh man, I can't come home, they'll make fun of me. And it's like, no, it's not like that. People play differently. They may play the same character, but these aren't the same game plans always.
Speaking of, whoa, is this what we went for? For real?
Yeah,
wow,
I mean, we do have to check if it's a button check first. But honestly, I mean, we've already seen, you know, Teiga play the Lance mirror before. This wouldn't be super. Okay, so it is a real match.
For real.
All right,
So Jukem is on the player 1, Teiga's on player 2. We're starting with the Lance mirror. It's a very aggressive, high-paced matchup, to say the least.
Oh yeah, use the 6xx to get out of the corner. I like the decision to use the EX, because you may not have it for combo potential, but you're no longer in the oppressive nature of Lancelot in the corner.
But I have a really stupid question.
Okay.
How does Lancelot beat his own turbulence?
2-2x is probably pretty good, I would assume.
Just do it back.
Yeah, because then they have to, they're still in the air, right? So they can't anti-air you. That's my opinion. But I mean, he can also 2H it, for sure. Here, right into Skybound Art. Okay, one more mix-up right here for Teiga for round. You got to guess for game, son.
Can't be low. Off the turbulence. Jukem gets out of there and gets the back throw. This is really good positioning.
Oh, it seemed like Jukem had called it out when they jumped, but I guess not.
So Lancelot has two options from that move. You can choose not to do anything and just use the invincibility to come down, or you can choose to go for that little ground pound move. There's only a very small gap between the turbulence and the ground pound itself. So typically, if you try to answer just the solo turbulence, the ground pound will get you.
Yeah, and there is an option select too to be able to deal with both versions of turbulence, but it seemed like, you know, just didn't go for it.
No.
And see, the thing is like to do the option select, you have to read that the opponent is actually going to go for turbulence in the first place. So,
and then you still got to be at the right place at the right time. That OS is a little hard to pull up to some of the other popular ones, I think.
Yeah, well, because like if the Lancelot goes for Super Skybound Art, you get air unblockable because you tried to OS, right? Like so. Oh yeah, trying to get the throw attack on that one. That's why you see a lot of those dash forward, dash backs up in people's face. But there it is. There's turbulence. No anti-air here for Teiga. I think he's just trying to keep it nice and safe. Doesn't want to do too much.
Defense working out. Woo, they're flying.
Oh, yeah. Jumping off the wall. Oh, I love that. Use the delta jump right there to change the jump arc, because Teiga did try the anti-air, but Jukem one step ahead.
Battle 3, engage.
Oh no. Okay.
Early turbulence coming out from Jukem. Teiga with the control.
That's got to be one of the best punishes that Jukem will allow, because, like, you know, he only got swept, so he didn't take too much damage. So
I think this matchup, sometimes you gotta go for the big reach, right? It's a dynamic kind of matchup. Speaking of, excellent slide. Try to get a jump combo there. Whoa.
Yeah, the crazy part about that slide too is it's meaty while the fireball is happening. So for the first time ever, that slide is not punishable, right?
Not from that range. Not like how it usually is. Oh my god. All right, Teiga getting the corner control. Neither player has spent their early SBA.
Yeah, I think they're looking for checkmate on SBA instead, because like it. Oh, what a whip punish right there on the 6xx.
Ball skate.
Oh my god.
Oh, the fireball worked.
Jukem looking to try and take this first game. It's gonna be close on the kill though. Okay, it does do it.
Woo. Jukem, game number 1.
Oh, yeah.
See, he's doing the little prayer there for a second. Ooh, thank God that killed.
Yeah, Jukem brought the plushie for the power up, so. Teiga very smartly, you know, making sure to hydrate. So it's one of the strongest options that you can have when you're in such high pressure situations. Make sure you're hydrated. Your body needs those fluids.
All right, locking in for the rematch.
Okay, yeah, I'm sure Teiga was thinking about like, okay, so do I actually go to purple or are we cool?
I feel like he was cool there. That was close, right?
Yeah, absolutely. I would agree.
Competitive set.
Oh, and using the turbulence to get out of the corner, but right back at you says Jukem, and then oh, with the whip punch with the 5H on 5H.
He didn't have the 6-6 available to make the combo over.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3. Oh, answer back. Jukem getting out of there.
Thought it was going to be a cross-up. Jukem seems to be really strong in making sure that Teiga can't figure out which way he's going to go.
Go back on the overhead. Taking their turn.
Yeah, that's punishable.
That was too close, yes.
Yeah, so the thing is it actually is always punishable regardless of range.
Ah, okay, it's not like it used to be where you could do the very tipper or whatever.
It is very specifically the fireball that saves him now. So, actually, well, there's some characters that probably can't punish it spaced, but...
Lance versus himself, it seems like even the tipper, he can do something about it.
Yeah, far medium is quite good for that. Oh, 6-6S and or
H. Forced the trade. Whoa!
There it is! Oh, just barely got out.
Oh, take it. That was smart. Jukem. He took advantage of the scramble to get back in there.
And that was one of those situations that we were talking about earlier with the option select on Turbulence.
Oh,
yeah, but was able to catch it that time. The air throw. That used to be the original punish for Turbulence back when the game first started. People were getting mauled by EX Turbulence, and now they've all got answers.
Very unique reversal move. Not surprised that people were confused about that move at first.
Yeah, because he does not have to do the attack. He can just he can hold it and then just do air buttons on the way down.
Think about Kain doing an uppercut that doesn't actually strike you. You're just like, whoa, where's he going? Then you get to do buttons on the way down too. That's extra crazy.
Yeah.
Teiga with the big convert. Are we gonna use the SPA? No, we're saving the cash. Big time.
Okay. Yeah, plus on block sweep. Okay. Yeah, trying to do delayed Southern Cross. Got the frame trap right there. Teiga should be able to finish this round off. Staving away the bracket loss here, staying alive.
Battle 3.
Here we go, battle 3, and I mean, Teiga's gonna have to pull out pretty much everything now just to be able to stay alive since Jukem is still on set point. Remember, we are still 2 out of 3 territory. True. Doesn't jump just to get out.
Jukem. Checking the leg. Overhead clean.
Called it out, and look at the big damage that Lancelot is going to get for this. I mean, like, he's not supposed to be a gigantic damage character, but when anybody in this game gets a counter hit overhead, it's always going to be big damage.
The universal overhead is a powerful, oh my god, the cross on the slides. Getting those throws in there, that makes sense to me. Work that defense. Turbulence to escape from Jukem.
Okay, ooh, got the slide too. Beautiful reaction. Yeah, that was really important because now the fireball has no effectiveness and it is completely gone because it was EX. You're stuck in the corner now though for Teiga.
Early break, getting out of there. Turbulence checked. Checked by Jukem.
Yeah, one too many turbulence went unchecked. We got the hit right there. Can go into SSBA. Big damage, not gonna kill, but good lord, is it about to be in Teiga's favor.
The music's playing.
Oh, there it is, the 5L, and Teiga stays alive, and you can see the sigh of relief.
He's rocking, baby, rocking that chair. Let's go, 1-1.
Okay, and yeah, I mean, Jukem doesn't even look too phased, too. It's just like, all right, okay, that was good. We're good, though. We're still fine, because Jukem is fine. Jukem in that match really only got taken down by like big damage output on a really strong stray hit from Teiga. That was like one of those like only a high level players hit me with this type of thing.
It's getting very dangerous. Oh, too close.
Yeah, I was probably expecting like fireball and was trying to counter hit out of it, but caught on the other side right there.
Seems like Jukem likes to be really aggressive with his openers.
Yeah, actually, no, yeah, I would agree with that from what I've seen so far. I wonder if maybe that's just so that he can make... Oh, that's one of the best starters Lancelot has.
Mix again, using the regular turbulence as well.
Oh, delayed Southern Cross, yeah. Oh, but then the side swap again. They're just trading places, trading spaces, and trading faces.
That's the one, I'll take your face off, buddy.
Oh, no, yeah, that's definitely a face off right there.
All right, so again, Jukem has match point potential to get into the top 8 on the loser side.
That was like a Marvel match right there.
That was so,
they were just turbulent and switching sides over and over again. Oh, that was good.
This character's so amazing, man. Lancelot.
Yeah, can you believe he's one of the lesser played characters nowadays?
I can't believe it. Lancelot of the Lake, baby. This is the god right here.
Okay, 2L, double 2L. Yeah, trying to catch him just walking back, right? That's what those 2L checks are usually for.
These breaks are amazing from both players right now.
Oh, got the counter hit confirmed, yeah.
Controlling the corner with the EX Fireball. Empty low. It's looking really good for Jukem.
It's going to be real close on this one. I think I'm still alive, but you're in checkmate with so much life for Jukem. Yeah.
You can't even take a mix. You got to get out of this. Someone over it blocked.
Oh, turbulence on the
to keep
throw right there.
pressure.
The throw gets tagged in out. So it's good for Jukem to keep throwing right there because if you delay tech the throw, you're going to... Oh, yeah. Had to try and call it out. But Jukem is going to be making top 8.
Good job, Jukem. Ooh, Plague, man. These matches are so sick so far. Teiga was coming back really strong with a comeback down the loser's side, but on the last game, as you can see, Jukem looking very strong.
Yeah, I mean, Teiga had caught Jukem with the delayed Southern Cross in the previous round, right? So it was probably like, okay, we're just going to try it one more time because I haven't done it outside of those other two. Jukem, I think, went to one of the more high-level decision-making processes is that, like, there's no reason for me to gamble. I have too much life to gamble, right? Like, I just win if I make one correct guess, and then there's a chance I lose if I don't. So let's just not guess.
Yeah, I think that's the critical factor there because Jukem had a huge lead. They didn't feel the pressure to counteract the EX Southern Cross.
Exactly.
Pretty much just play it chill. Excellent job. Jukem is going to make it to top 8. I'm sorry, Lord Teiga. All right, but Teiga's going to go home with 9th place. A splendid finish here. Granblue Fantasy versus at Combo Breaker 2022. Make sure to use the hashtag, everybody. Hashtag CB2022 if you're enjoying yourselves on Twitter, whatever you're watching all throughout the event. And stick around because we're setting up the next match right now. And it is guard user. They'll be on the player 1, it looks like, and they're up against Kain.
Yeah, so, I mean... Oof, yeah, top 8 qualifiers is always a very scary prospect, and we're coming into an era of Granblue where the competition level is always constantly rising, right? You know, before it was a lot of the same people in the previous season, I would say, and in this one, it's been just month after month, every person is always grinding. Each, you know, you could have new people, you could have the same people, but no matter what, each person is getting better, right? And so sometimes you just see people that you never thought you'd see because before they didn't do so well and now they do. And I mean, I never thought I would see Teiga not make top 8. And we've seen that because competition is getting more and more difficult coming into EVO.
True. The players are getting much better at Granblue overall in general. The PC Discord, as we talked about before, has been popping constantly. NA PC Discord.
I get a message every 30 seconds about who wants to play, I should really turn off notifications.
It's crazy, all right? So shout out to the PC Discord and all the homies. Chat, for real, you got to not leave, all right? You got to stick around. This is another excellent matchup coming up. Guard user up against Kain. Guard user was also known as Apple N. If you recall, a while back, they competed tons in all the online tournaments and all the goodies.
Well, you know, they have like a very smart name for this game because there is a guard button, and it can be quite powerful. There's obviously a lot of situations where guard button actually makes it so that it'll be more difficult for you to do certain things, like, you know, certain OSs and whatnot are no longer applicable if you're using the guard button, but sometimes you just got to use it because there's certain left-rights that you just shouldn't be getting hit by.
I would say that's the best strength is dealing with left-right. Weird cross-up situations where you can't tell what's in front and what's behind, as well as the very popular roll-style setups.
Yes.
The guard button is very good against those type of mix-ups.
Yeah, we saw Kain just a little bit earlier. You were talking about Kain. We're going to get another match right here. So they had just lost to, it was...
Oh, I'm sorry. We just saw that. Was
we were literally just talking about it too. No, it wasn't Teiga.
I'm sorry. I'm bad.
I'm going to pull it up. It's fine.
In the meantime, they're going to get started, everybody. All right. Hope you guys have been enjoying yourselves. Searchlight. Buscar Luz.
Oh, yeah, Search. Okay, cool. So, yeah, Buscar Luz had just put in Kain to losers. So we're going to see Percival again, as we, you know, pretty much know Kain for at this point, right? Well, I guess I can't even say at this point. It's been a while.
A little bit.
But,
well, Kain definitely didn't get to show their prime game during that Buscar Luz matchup. Buscar played very overwhelming.
Yeah, that was real hard. Like I feel like Buscar Luz could have beaten anybody in that game. Like that was one scary match for anybody. But you know, we're coming into it, so it's gonna be Kain versus guard user. Guard user on the Zoe. Kain's gonna be on the Percival. And this is a situation where you're gonna knowledge check versus some of these Lord Strike options. But yeah, that's a punishable button right there. Jumps. Okay, goes for Zoe.
The throw setup.
Now, this is what I always wonder about people is how much do they know what to do versus Zoe because she is the set play character, right? Do you know what mix-ups are quote-unquote real and quote-unquote fake, right? Where can you match? Where can you not? Ooh, try to go for the overhead on that one, but completely safe thanks to the Wyvern. Learn is a big help, for sure. Oh, the clash right there went to 2M.
Kain escaping and getting the max marks. Oh, that could have been something big.
Yeah, having 5 trauma stacks is incredibly scary for pretty much anybody fighting Percival because that means he can do like whatever.
Basically, our fire attack up is maxed at this point.
Yo, got that elemental attack up. I see. Oh, got the hit. No, that's gonna drop. Oh, yeah, but do you know how to punish it? That's the question. Yeah,
Nope.
it's real hard. It really is. Because he shoots that projectile directly afterwards, it pushes you back, right? So you might not have it, but beautiful call out with the Wyvern. That's going to keep guard user alive on that one. Got to be a sigh of relief, honestly.
Very close round, agreed.
Okay. Ooh,
Great
yeah.
check from guard user.
You know, I'm surprised they went to air for guard user because the 2H from Zoe hits in that perfect spot right there, honestly. And it's a very high vertical attack.
Knockdown time. Let's go.
Oh,
that was dirty.
You barely see that these days.
That was
You
sick.
barely ever see that these days.
Guard user. Let me show you my mix.
Yeah, this game does not have a lot of hellacious mix-up, right, with fuzzy blocks and whatnot, but that means Zoe is one of the characters that can do
That
it.
one was excellent.
Oh, DP to get out, though. Okay, wants right back in. Yeah, that's not the plus version, right? So a guard user was just kind of chilling.
Yep.
Also, you know, you got to deal with the TP, but that one was on cooldown, so. Oh, wake up,
Bust out,
Skybound, there's the spot dodge. I love that you just spot dodge it rather than block it because it's much easier to punish that way.
You can get a close button.
Mm-hmm. Okay, the Rose Queen is out.
Oh, she likes the match. She's blowing kisses. She's like, this is great.
No, she's great. I love her. She's one of the best story characters, just in terms of like overall demeanor and everything. Okay, the 5H, yeah. So that's one of those situations where that Lord Strike is like a bar-able. Like you can press buttons before something happens, unless like I guess they go for the immediate. But that's the rock paper scissors, right? You don't know if they're gonna do it.
That one was a combo. The 5H, the medium. Women Laser is still getting the hit.
Yeah, I mean, guard user even got clobbered on top of their head, and nope.
Can't do that. You can't defend with that way with the throw. Kain's in trouble.
There's that Skybound art. So again, it should be very close. I don't know if it'll kill. Yeah.
Thank you. I thought all these times, I thought she was saying gunpowder when she was a super.
No,
she was saying gamma ray. I was like, oh my god, why is she saying do your best while she's shooting you?
No, yeah.
Right,
So
guard
Zoe
user.
definitely says Gamma Ray. So guard user taking first game right there. I think this one is going down to the wire. It definitely feels like it. Guard user is very patient though, like incredibly patient, and it's paying off so much. Oh, try to anti-air it. Yeah, because that was 2H animation.
Yes, true that. Sweeping away. Oh, that's
punish, yeah.
Oh, didn't get the right punish. He had marks.
Yeah, so I mean, I think the only way you'd be able to do it is if you just expend EX, right?
Yeah.
I could be wrong. You might not even be able to do it
No,
without Trauma
I
stacks.
think you need marks or EX to get that. Don't you need to do it the regular way?
Well, you got your Trauma stacks now, so you'll be able to do whatever you want. Use 2 of them just now, though. So 3 of them, all on the low so far. Oh, but there it is. X Seal, the command grab.
Missed the ender.
Yeah, you get a lot more off of X Seal these days than you did when the game first came out, for sure. Before, it was like a really hard link, but oh, well, speaking of links. Okay.
Oh, the frame trap. It works.
Yeah. Because like Zoe doesn't have to do anything afterwards, right? So you can get frame trapped off of that.
I'm surprised that wasn't an animation.
It could have been easy input. And so that makes it so that the range is a lot smaller on that.
True.
Oh,
I'm
but
just
that
surprised.
jump in there.
Kain gets in there. Nice job.
Okay, first round of the game to Kain.
Staying alive.
Yeah, I mean, has got to, right? And it's, you know, it is a set game for guard user, after all. I always love it when Zoe players use learn as a way to stop people from trying to move in forward at full screen range, right? Because like you don't expect her to stop you, right? Uses a lot of drag
it, and she's tossing the Wyvern. The Wyvern's fighting. Fast. Good lightning. Got the hit. Using the sweep to catch that stand-up.
Oh, yeah. Lord Strike was just a little bit too slow on that one, even though it was the X. The jump in's going to happen. Knockdown time, and it's hard knockdown, too. Ooh, the throw does get taxed.
Grab something. I definitely saw EX.
That was the fireball.
Oh,
so that
wow.
must have been an accidental.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, interesting. Those scrambles are happening. Kain still has the corner and has the control. Good throw.
X seal. This could be death. Yeah, straight into Super Skybound. I mean, Exil's going to make it scale quite a bit. It does fully animate though, so it's going to be good damage.
He did the best combo that he could do, I think.
Yes, absolutely. Okay, cool. Yeah, so 1 apiece now. Oh, watch this exit. He's so cool!
Nibelheim on flames.
Oh, it didn't counter hit. Oh, guard user has to be praying to the gods. They're like, thank you, that didn't counter hit. Because that would have been mad damage.
The block on the overhead, and wow, they're Kain using the plus and getting the mid screen.
Yeah, attempted for the sweep there on the walk back. That's such a common tactic these days because a lot of people just walk back just to keep themselves nice and safe. Of course. So people are just sweeping to just catch you doing that, and they're just like, oh, now I'm back into pressure situation. Okay, lightning is out.
Yeah, your 2M becomes really powerful when people want to walk back to escape your throw.
Ooh, and the confirm. That should do it. Ganbare!
Let's go, guard user.
See, I'm gonna hear that every time now.
It sounds so funny to me. That's why I was losing it.
God, could you? I would love that if that was actually the line too. Ganbare! you died. And far medium just barely whiffing on that.
Oh! He turned around. That was sick.
I wonder if that was an intentional call out right there with the super jump right there. Because I mean, it felt so deliberate.
Who super jumps there? Yeah, you're right. That was nuts.
Oh, wanted to throw. Guard user not going to be able to get it right there.
Kain with the corner again. Oh, didn't get the firewall because it was an aerial reset.
Okay, used a lot of the learn meter. So
their escapes are looking very limited right now, and Kain understands that and is keeping this corner control.
Yeah, gets a trauma rise stack for the troubles as well, which is smart because that means you get to keep the pressure if they're not going to try to get out.
Excellent uppercut, stopping the jump.
Oh, got the buttons, but dropped the combo there.
Missed the ender.
Oh, close medium to anti-air.
All right,
that's how you know your character.
That's what I'm saying. They're using their buttons so well. They did the super jump to get around earlier in that round 2. They're definitely pulling off some tech. Beams.
Oh, this is actually the most aggressive I've seen guard user at the very beginning of anything.
It's a combo!
Oh my god,
that was a sick convert too.
That was over half your life at round start. Guard user just smelling blood in the water and pushing as forward and as fast as possible. Plus frames here, and had no concern about the EXCP either. Oh, frame traps. Okay, there it is, EXCP.
Course up, go one, Kain. Corner control, nice break.
The mash out right there. And you gotta remember, they are guard user. Your cross-ups don't mean much. Pushed all the way back to the corner now. The Thunder is out.
Jump down. Bandit's control from guard users looking very hard to evade. Can you get out? Kain, you can.
Oh, the safe jab. Super good from guard user. Yeah, that is one of the classic anime specials. You save jab, pulled back, delay jab, right? And that's what guard user ended up doing right there. Just enough time to be able to block EXDP. And they have moved on to top 8 loser side. Unfortunately, Kain's going to be going home, but good lord, at 9th place?
That's right.
In one of the most stacked Granblue tournaments you can get.
Excellent job to both players. Of course, guard user, you're going to see more of what they can do during the top 8 very soon. Hope you guys all enjoyed it. Especially the anti-uppercut at the end, that was so solid. Even I thought the uppercut hit it for a second.
Oh, yeah.
I was like, he's out of there. Nako was like, no, I don't think so, buddy.
And they had changed their whole game plan just to make that last round happen the way it did. Every round start, guard user walked back. I don't think there was a single round that guard user did not walk back at the very beginning. And then final round was like, okay, change up the whole game plan. They're not going to be ready for it. And that's exactly what happened.
They definitely started with beams. Good stuff to both. All right, everybody, we have more excellent matches coming up for all of you. Coming up momentarily, we have SenpaiSpyder, and they will be up against a Neokarsh, the Beast.
Yeah, no,
that was so sick.
Yeah, Zero's not the only person with a neon sign on the plastered on them.
He's saying that
speaking of,
on sale.
Zero's right next to him.
Yeah, there you go. By the way, I saw it on his jacket just now. Granblue Versus is on sale right now, if you guys haven't noticed.
It is, yes. On both Steam and PS4, you can get it. And so remember, try to get the Legendary Edition if you're trying to purchase the game because it comes with all of the DLC, right? Every one of the characters. And you're going to be able to get it for, I think it's on sale for $40 for the Legendary Edition. Or if you're just trying to try out the game and you're not really like too caring much about the DLC characters, you can get the base game for, is it 15?
15 bucks, yeah.
15 bucks, yeah. So definitely keep an eye out for that. And again, that's on PS4 and Steam.
This game is not on sale very often. I'm telling y'all right now. So if you're interested in this game, this is the cheapest that it's been, I think, since the beginning.
Yeah, and I mean, it did have recently a permanent price reduction, right? So that's one of the really important things to note is the permanent price reduction for the for the game itself, because even if you do miss a sale, you're not going to be paying like a crazy amount of money just to be able to get the game afterwards. But
I would say get the sale though.
Yeah, definitely just go for the sale.
I think I paid like $90 or something to get the game with all the characters.
Oh yeah, with season pass and whatnot. Yeah, I mean I had to do the same thing, so you had to get a day one. Like, you know what I mean? I wasn't missing out on it. No,
it's been an excellent ride, and it's nowhere near over for this game.
Definitely is not. And I mean, we're gonna have. I think this is gonna be a wild ride here in about 2 seconds with SenpaiSpyder versus Neokarsh for a loser sign top 8 qualifier. So most likely Metera, Catalina. I'm still waiting for that Jita that I was told about, but we'll see. We'll see if it really exists.
They might not need that right now. We'll see.
I could just be being lied to, you know. I think they're just. Oh, okay. Neokarsh is just drinking water, which is good. You know, we talk about hydration and whatnot. It's very important stuff.
It's pretty warm in here, not for nothing. Even though they have the AC on blasting.
There's just a lot of people, a lot of consoles, a lot of production equipment. True. We got like lights, all that stuff. It's gonna be hot no matter what we do.
True. Yeah, stay cool, everybody. That's the best thing to do.
So I guess I didn't see if it was going to be a button check or just straight in the match.
I don't know either, but we'll see in a moment. I'm going to take a look at the characters. We'll see what's up, who we got.
Oh, they fist bumped, so.
Okay, looks like it's real.
You picked Jita? Did it happen?
Word. Let's see. Metera versus Jita. Here it is.
It's real. I wasn't lied to.
All right, time for some self-taught sword skills. It's been a while.
Okay, all right. So it is Jita, and I mean, yeah, everybody's talked about it. You know, Catalina is on the lackluster side as of right now. Right? She obviously used to be incredibly strong, but Jita's another character that does basically what Catalina does, right? She's incredibly strong at footsies. Her hit confirms are a similar aspect. You know, Neokarsh is basically trying to play the same character, just a little bit different, right?
Hitting them with the face fishing right now.
Actually, no, think of it. Jita also has a double Dragon Punch combo, just like Catalina. Yep. I didn't even think about that part.
They have some similarities in their style overall.
Yep. And I mean, you can see it here. Neokarsh just running amok. SenpaiSpyder is like gotten what, chip damage at this point? Like maybe a 2M.
Seems like this was an excellent pick against the Metera so far. Almost got the finish. Man, SenpaiSpyder is struggling to get established in this round.
Yeah, well, I mean,
everything's getting dodged.
As long as SenpaiSpyder keeps checking dashes the way they have been, well, not going to matter anymore. But, I mean, you know, a lot of those dashes kept getting checked, right? So it's very small incremental damage, but if the opponent can never get in on you, it could end up adding up enough.
We got the corner early on. Neokarsh, full aggression with the Jita. Senpai using those standing lights really well.
And trying to get the butterflies out so that Neokarsh doesn't feel comfortable, but wow, what a 5H call out there from full screen. Is trying to fake the throw here with these delayed lights. Oh, got the hit and got the conversion. It's going to be SBA after the fireball, right? There it is. Deadly Rave, got to hit the whole thing. Eternal Ascendancy. First game, the Neokarsh.
That was free.
Yeah, I mean, I got to be real with you, Speaker. That was...
I don't know what to say. That was amazing. All right. Well, that's what Neokarsh can do with the Jita. You've seen it firsthand.
Bro, imagine if Neokarsh played Belial. Like, I don't know if I want to imagine that. That might be too strong. I don't know if we'd have a chance.
Oh, we're switching? To
the Andre, yeah, we saw it earlier. SenpaiSpyder has been playing the character as, like, you know, a way to deal with the struggles that Metera has. And I mean, it's still a full screen poke character.
True. I don't know if this one is Uno's favorite matchup either. I'll just point that out.
Uno is maybe the least popular character in the game.
True.
In terms of play. Like, I rarely see Uno played in terms of in tournaments, right? So, you know, with that being said, I see less and less matchups, and I get to understand less and less matchups because of that.
Understood. From what I recall, Uno does not like this matchup in particular because the medium, Jita Slash, even though, you know, it's minus and he can do some stuff and come back, it's just an easy way for her to constantly invade his space. So I think that move is kind of troublesome for him, from what I recall.
That definitely seems very valid for this, especially for a character with such low buttons as Uno, right? Okay, gonna get the hard knockdown here.
And the sweep. Conversion off the M.
Ooh, it should just be death, right?
It's gonna be close. If we get the SPA,
Eternal Ascendancy. Yep, got the whole thing. Apparently didn't even need the whole thing.
Nope, didn't need the ender. Man, chat, I gotta tell you, Neokarsh is looking like they're gonna get into that top 8 losers very strong unless SenpaiSpyder can change things immediately.
Yeah, it makes me wonder how you even put SenpaiSpyder, or I mean, excuse me, Neokarsh in losers.
I don't even know either. That's like goes to show you when Neokarsh is on their game, very tough to beat. Excellent aggression.
I mean, hey, sometimes people wake up once they get into losers, you know. So
Sick convert. Using the EX Fireball well.
And that's what we were talking about, like the similarities between Catalina and Cheetah is like that far button into whip punish and then fully converting off of it is very similar for both characters. Actually, I think it's the exact same input for the conversion, so. You can? Oh, there it is. That's what you were talking about. The far medium invades the space, got the wall bounce, and Neokarsh is going to move on into top 8. Oh, the jacket's coming off. What's under the jacket? The Bulls!
The Bulls, baby.
Bulls fan.
The 23. The Jordan, baby.
Jordan, yep.
23.
The man himself.
That's so sick, everybody. So Neokarsh is going to advance, all right? Give up to SenpaiSpyder, who fought very hard this entire tournament, got into top 16 strong. Okay, in the end, they're going to get a 9th place finish.
Yeah, 9th place. Again, no slouch. I can't stress that enough. But SenpaiSpyder, you know, has consistently made top 16 of pretty much every Granblue event they've entered that's been offline so far, I think. I'm actually hard-pressed to think that they haven't. Now that I've thought about it, and yeah, I can't remember a tournament that they did not offline since they have really picked up their game plan. Because, you know, this is their first fighting game that they've taken seriously, right? And so they even use easy input on pretty much everything, actually. I still think they only use easy inputs on just about everything. And to get to this level of play with that, I mean, it speaks to the growth that has happened throughout SenpaiSpyder's career.
Good for you, SenpaiSpyder. Keep it up, all right? An excellent performance here, top 16 finish, and they've seen a lot of what it takes to move on to the next level, too, at this tournament.
And yeah, congrats to Neokarsh. We're going to be seeing Neokarsh for top 8, but we do have one more top 8 qualifier for loser's side, and it is a doozy. It's going to be Diaphone versus DaFeetLee. We saw Diaphone a little bit earlier. I want to talk about DaFeetLee. You and I both know DaFeetLee for a long time at this point, actually.
True.
You definitely more longer than I have.
So I get to interact with them quite a lot at the store and just chill on that type of thing. DFL right now, I would say that they're one of the premier 6 players in NA.
Yes.
Very strong. Has a couple other characters in his pocket too, but I think from what I've seen that he's played 6 the most lately. From what I've
as of recent, has basically just been a 6 main, right? But DaFeetLee was one of the pioneers of Narmaya at one point as well. But, you know, incredibly strong Street Fighter player for, good lord, a very long time at this point, right?
Yeah, he's had the opportunity to be at next level a lot amongst the other strong players. So that gives you a good opportunity of just seeing a high level play, you know, an Evo level of play, if you will.
Yeah,
and,
I mean,
you know,
we have 2 multi-game specialists running into each other, right?
True. Anyway, these two have gotten to face off quite a lot. I don't know what the recent record is, but I will say that I've seen back and forth. I've seen Diaphone win some sets here, and I've seen DaFeetLee win some sets here against Diaphone. So this one will be really interesting. I don't think there's a reason for either of them to go outside of their typical game plan. I think the Zoe versus 6, that's like whoever's playing better today is the one that wins that matchup, I think.
Yeah, well, I mean, you know, for DaFeetLee, this is a newer version, so Narmaya is a stronger pick these days. She's actually quite good now. I'm not going to say she's, you know, as strong as 6 because that would be absurd of me to say, but it would not be something that I would think is a bad choice if it happens. I do agree with you that 6 is the most likely because, you know, you're setting up yourself for the best possible situation if you play 6. Especially into Zoe, actually, now that I think about it, because you know, normally we talk about these set play characters and these heavy rushdown characters not really having great defensive options to be able to get away from Zoe, but that's actually not the case for 6. 6 actually does have great options for this.
I'm pretty sure that 6's wall dive is going to ignore a large portion of the Wyvern style mix-ups and that type of thing.
It just straight goes through the laser.
It just goes through everything. It's really good. And then if it hits clean too, even if you end up trading with the second part of the laser or something like that, that situation favors 6 a little bit because Zoe gets pushed out, the Wyvern's out of place now, and you're just in a scramble situation.
And it's probably EX dive, so you probably have hard knockdown at that point too, right? So like even if Wyvern hits you, you're not hard knockdown. No. You can get up and you can just rush him.
So that creates a little interesting dynamic. Also, Zoe, we've talked about this before, she's not the most excellent at wake up. She doesn't really have like a lot of great wake up options. So that favors 6 a little bit because he likes when characters can't really wake up on him that well.
Yeah, no, I mean, this is one of the strongest pressure characters that this game has ever seen. So definitely going into it. So again, this is our final top 8 qualifier for Granblue Fantasy Versus. On the loser side, we have Diaphone, we have DaFeetLee.
DaFeetLee player 1, Diaphone player 2. Let the games begin. The final spot in top 8.
Yeah. Ooh, checking the walk forwards right there with the far medium, right? Diaphone does not want to give an inch, right? So he's just trying to push all the way to the corner. Has done a great job of that. DaFeetLee pressing very few buttons at all, in fact. Okay.
They have the opportunity to play it patient. They're waiting for a fireball.
Oh no!
Oh man, too late.
Oh no!
Oh, what happened? He didn't set his buttons? No! DaFeetLee didn't set his buttons. Oh no!
I still don't understand this world. He's taking the round. He's taking the round.
Yeah, I mean that's the rules are the rules. So he's gonna get the round. We good?
Yeah, he's just making sure he's ready.
Great.
So.
All right. So first round's gonna go to Diaphone down. A little bit of mistake from DaFeetLee. Not the end of the world, all right? Just shake it off. Don't think about it.
Yeah, you definitely can't think about it because like a lot of people, I think they would run into that and be like, oh, just before top 8 too. Oh no! Like,
don't think about it. Just give them the round and just move on.
It makes so much more sense because they had pressed 0 buttons. Like I was like, what is happening?
What's going on? I know. Well, now you know what was going on. They didn't have buttons at all.
And you can see night and day right now. Like this is like DaFeetLee is in there.
Feels good to be actually play the game.
And the pressure is strong. And okay, recognize the plus frame back flip kick. It's gonna be able to get behind. And you know, regardless of whether or not DaFeetLee blocks that mix up, that's not gonna matter to Diaphone because they get out of the corner. That's the big deal. Overhead gets hit.
Full conversion of the spinning slash.
Mask is broken. Future, mask on.
He missed it.
It didn't fully convert.
It's your turn.
Oh, only one hit of H. Is that gonna combo? Okay.
This is the most damage that you're gonna see this SBA ever do in one combo.
You're right. Rare footage of 6 actually doing damage. Okay. Trying to counter,
Diaphone didn't take the bait.
Yeah, I think DaFeetLee was looking for the situation of somebody trying to catch the backdash, which is, you know, very common, especially in that situation, because if DaFeetLee were to catch a backdash there, they would win, right? So that's why DaFeetLee is like, okay, if I counter and you try to 2M here, you lose.
From Diaphone's side, cycling options is the way to go there. This time I pressed it, it worked. So the second time I'll chill, right? That's the way to go, I think. Back to character select right now. DaFeetLee is currently down a game, and this is 2 out of 3 still. It's going to be 2 out of 3 for a little bit. I don't think 6 is the bad pick. I just think, you know, you ran into the unfortunate situation of not having made sure your buttons are fine. True. There was a round there that was basically a free round that they gave away. So we can start over fresh here in game number 2. Go back to existence? All right, cool. I'm never going to be upset at somebody picking existence for any match. That's one of my favorite songs in the entire game. So.
Versus Zoe.
DaFeetLee's got to make a 2-0 sweep here. It does not have a choice. It's fighting from the back burner. And I mean, that round looked real strong and just, you know, eventually Diaphone weathers the storm, gets out, huge damage output. Okay, trying to use the EX to be able to catch the charge right there. But I think that was Diaphone's plan, was to try and goad out that. And he's goading out a lot of EX options for DaFeetLee. All the basic tools of DaFeetLee are not working well so far. The counter has been ineffective, and they're stuck playing defense. Still stuck. And had to deal with so many plus frames. Got the counter hit right there. Tried to EX on the way out. Okay, at the very least got the EX parry. And we get the throw. Okay, 2L, 5L, but excellent check. And took the hard knockdown as well. I can't tell if Diaphone is fuzzy mastering or is just a god at guessing, right? Like, but there it is. Set point right now for Diaphone is DaFeetLee. It's got to be a combination, right? He's reacting, and then not only is he reacting, he's choosing different options on defense. Like, well, the last time this happened, I did this, so I'm going to do this time. Okay, oh, but there it is. So that looks like one of those fuzzy mat callouts to me personally, the 2M there. But, oh, tried to go for the plus frames. Not going to get it. Oh, got the air anti-air. That's really good because that took away EX Thunder. Oh, frame trap off the M. Oh, the mash! Yeah, I think DaFeetLee was trying to do a mix-up that was just like one of those delayed ones. Yeah, something didn't come out. Oh, that was an accident. I can tell you that for sure. Oh my god, DaFeetLee, you're struggling right now. What's going on? Keep the lead. Get that block. Okay, good jump out. That worked. Oh, that's a punish. Okay, knockdown right here. You can't go into SBA off of that, so that was not something that he could do. But he can get the throw on this one, and DaFeetLee trying to stay alive here. Jealousy. This is my favorite line of the song. Coming up right here. I'm sorry. When Bugs first came out and everybody was on this song, they were loving it. Yeah. Toes. satisfied.
DaFeetLee woke up completely, using the unique to keep the pressure on, and taking advantage of the,
I like that roll quite a bit from Diaphone. That got away from the X, and they're now out of the corner. Has got some pressure going. It's going to push quite far away, but I like that.
That was so sick.
Cancel the wall dive so that the 5U doesn't actually connect. Oh, air unblockable. Yeah.
That was a counter. That was a good one.
Okay. Delayed. Okay. Probably going to have to backdash. Yeah, doesn't really have a choice, which means the main combo tool is out, so has to FBA here, but that should kill no problem.
And
DaFeetLee has stabilized.
That was excellent, all right? The first game has been forgotten just like that. And now we have a solid set between the two of them.
One apiece right now. DaFeetLee taking a second to breathe. Diaphone taking a second to breathe. Knowing what's at stake here. Top 8 qualifying match.
Man, the Diaphone, think about it, was about a pixel away from being in top 8 at the winner's side against Flowerman. Excellent set. Now both players on the verge.
Yeah,
taking each other out.
Oh, the frame trap! Yeah, doing the medium version of the kick is something you have to cycle in terms of options, right? Like you were talking about. That on the other side!
6 counter, please! That's crazy!
Bruh. Oh, and then the frame trap counter hit combo right here. Big damage. Gonna SBA after the 5H. No,
that was so big.
Oh, yeah, there it is. Okay.
They're trying to get all the damage they can because the SBA is going to scale regardless.
Oh my god. I wasn't, to be honest with you, I wasn't sure if it was going to kill. Like, really. Set point now for DaFeetLee. A complete turn of the tables as Diaphone is the one who's going to have to make the 2-0 sweep now.
Tried to anti-air it.
Yeah, because earlier in the last round, actually, anti-aired it with the EX up dive, right? I always forget what it's called off the top of my head.
I think it's called aerial spinning slash.
I believe you're correct.
Yeah, she's got some boring move names. I'm sorry, everybody.
Well, like most of her moves that she has in the mobile game are not like actually in this game.
Oh, okay. So they just have to call with some stuff.
They just came up with a bunch of stuff. Oh! Block on the overhead. Ganagin is out though. The throw does get tech right now.
Wow. Can you survive? You can survive. Soft knockdown. The counter works again.
Yep, going for the cross up here. Oh, right the throw right there! Diaphone really needed to make a comeback and is pulling out the stops. Still has SSBA on deck. Just needs to get one hit. Goes for another overhead. That's going to combo right into it. SSBA. It's going to scale though. Hold on.
Let's get some Saint Seiya. Nice step. This got to kill, right?
Oh,
let's go.
Diaphone stays alive. I was breathing. I was trying to chill. And this is it. Final game, final round.
Ridiculous comeback. Diaphone.
Jumping over the wall dive. If that connected, but the counter. And that means the counter's not going to be available on this next knockdown here. So you just have to block here as DaFeetLee. You don't have a choice. Yeah, you got to defend properly. There's a lot of Wyvern meter too. You got to watch out.
Good match. Oh my god, this is going to be so close. Diaphone, mixed time, stayed in front and got the throw.
Yeah, I mean, Diaphone had pretty much always been going for meaty pressure, right? Throw has never been a prevalent option until now. And so because of that, DaFeetLee not ready for it. Okay.
Oh, the dive missed.
Yeah, wanted that whip punish, I'm sure. He's going to be able to get this one, though. Hard knockdown time.
In front. The box. Oh my god, this is getting so scary. Defeat.
Make the throw right into SBA.
This is close.
Oh my goodness,
I don't know. It's so close. Does DaFeetLee have it? Top 8. Did we get it? We got it.
DaFeetLee has made top 8 over Diaphone just barely by a hair's breadth on the throw bait. Oh my god, and that was after giving up the round.
That's so intense. Think about it. He must have gone through a roller coaster of emotions during that one. The first round didn't even have the right buttons. And Diaphone, okay, one of the most excellent Zoe players you can find in all of NA, had 2 exceptional close sets in the top 16, but in the end, although they're your hero and my hero too, they're gonna get a 9th place finish tonight, everybody.
Yeah, I mean, wow. You know, there's a chance that maybe that wasn't the case in terms of going more whirlwind emotion. We talked about DaFeetLee as a veteran for this.
True.
Probably has happened already, but we do have our top 8 now for Granblue Fantasy Versus here at Combo Breaker 2022. First up, it is Shuaboo versus Buscar Luz at the top half, and then Flowerman versus Zombie.
Oh my god. Exceptional matches. On the loser side, you're going to have Guard User up against Jukem, and you're going to have Neokarsh up against DaFeetLee.
Yeah, no, pretty much everybody I have seen so far has exuded some level of just incredible control to the point where I don't really know how anybody's like, you know, supposed to take down their adversaries, but you're gonna have to pull out everything at this point.
Everybody, I hope you guys have been enjoying yourselves. This has been an exceptional top 16 and top 32 series so far for Granblue Fantasy versus some of your favorite players got to compete. So I hope that you guys all loved it. One more time, my name is Spooky.
I'm here. I'm the Ebonic Plague. We just did Granblue Fantasy versus. I had a great time. Like, to the point where I'm actually out of breath.
It was so good. Thank you, everybody. Appreciate you guys all. I guess we're gonna take off for a little bit, but stick around. Don't go too far because the top 8 is coming out shortly. Okay, everybody.
Yeah.
Oh,
top
sorry,
8 tomorrow at 11:30. The next
Understood.
thing is going to be BVCF Top 48, which is going to be happening right after the break. So please stick around. Thank you so much, everybody. Hold on for just a moment.